Okay, so I guess we can start now then. Well, I guess I pretty much recapped the other important thing that happened to finish off the recap, I think, was that so session started off, you guys got attacked by a random assassin's arrow. And then they recovered from that. Then they spoke to Tao, who was um, the Yonti that you guys had met on the island that had told you guys that the snake people, the Yonti, have claimed the last tablet. I keep calling them tablets now. Last no, puzzle cube. So now he got your attention again while he was across the chasm, and he had told you blah blah blah. Essentially, it led to a fight. He wants to claim you, and in a non he wants to consensually claim you, but violently, and
Oh my.
he's gonna um, he's been attacking you. You've been attacked by the Yonti. You guys turned into giant apes and fought off the Yonti, but then you stormed through the town as you were chasing um, Zagmira, the Red Wizard, and you just killed her. She fell out of the
Wow.
sky, and two of you are still apes. Is this correct?
Yep. I
Wait.
think we were looking through her stuff to see if she actually doesn't have the tablet, and we found her, what's it called, book, spell book.
Did I tell you guys what spells were in it? I don't see it in the chat, but I feel like I did.
One was greater invisibility because she used that. I don't remember what the others were.
What is this random chat? Can you please contain your general chat to other channels that aren't the notes channel? That should be. Sorry, I'm being really bossy about it. I apologize, but that means all of you, Bill Cobbler. Um, Now we're gonna start right with two of you as apes, scratching your hairy butts.
So I think we're near the water. Do we want to find the campsite here?
Homer, if you want to give me stage direction for Malachi, or you could roleplay him, but you know,
I will
either way.
roleplay him. I will roleplay him with
Well, say something now. I'll give you stage direction. Malachi is gonna make fun of the apes for having hairy butts.
you apes with your dirty butts. Oh my god. What can't wait, talk like Malachi? I need to hear it once. Just
You are stinking apes, and
there you go.
you repulse me.
You stinking apes are repulsive. Sister, what do you say we make haste outside of their stinky radius and go for them?
That was really good.
Your sister is one of the apes, so I don't
Excuse
know.
me, I'm not stinky. I'm the best smelling ape you will ever meet in your life, okay?
I think she's trying to talk to us, and she's like saying things, but I don't think she knows. I don't get it. I don't. She's making monkey sounds.
No, please just understand from my body language, okay, that I am the best smelling ape you will ever meet.
I assume you're like doing like you know how monkeys like scratch their sides. I think she wants a scratch. I'm not sure. I'm like I'll put my hand up to try to scratch her. um.
How do you react to that?
I will allow it.
Oh, see, I think it was scratching.
Allow it.
Um, So, but really, are we going to? Do you want to find a space to spend the night? I think we just got like really carried away. We made a lot of sounds. We ran away. Do you think we can find a place to hide and camp out for the night?
So,
Wherever we choose to hide.
before you guys get too excited about that, you've been crashing and thrashing through the city,
Yep.
and
I'm not.
hard time hearing you.
Yeah, I still really cannot hear Andre. Is it only me?
No.
Andre, move the mic closer to your mouth. Kiss the mic.
Oh, oh, was that? Wait, was that it the whole time? Let me try this again. How do you how do you hear me now?
A
Hey,
little better. A little better, yeah.
welcome back. I hear a lot better.
I never thought of that. I didn't want it to be too close.
You don't like being
Everybody
too
good?
close to mics, huh?
Every wow, that was a good one.
Can't blame her.
Bravo. Oh shit, there's lightning outside. Um, can everybody hear me okay now?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where okay, so now these sounds you can also you guys gotta help me fill in the blanks here, but you can figure out that these are the sounds of um, creatures moving in your general direction. You know you gotta imagine like you can smell them on the wind or some shit like that.
Okay. So, oh, I guess I should do a Malika accent. I'm going to be giving Malika instructions. Wherever we choose to rest, we must be sure to put up a barrier. We don't want to get in a situation where a fireball wakes us up from our slumber.
Oh, like last night. Fritz had the thing up, like his little
Wow,
tiny hut.
was that really only last night? That is so crazy how the passage of time is so weird, you
We
know?
have we're going like we're going through it today because we haven't slept since we fought that T-Rex today yesterday. Um,
We're right here on the map, right?
I think we are right where Marzipan is because we are
Oh,
running
yeah, you're
through,
right.
right? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
correct?
yeah.
I am like, guys, do you want to get over to the other side of the water?
Where's everyone else?
I don't know, but where is my mask? Okay, Fritz, where is my mask?
You still did you turn back to Marzipan?
Yes, I'm not like crazy about it right now, but it gives me some good spells. So where is it? Because I've already attuned to it, and I have a feeling that you're a sneaky little gnome. Okay?
I have a question. Um, I about this spell, control water. Can I use it? There is something I think that said around like, you can. Can I use it to like Nile River and get over to the other side?
You can cause the water level of all standing water in the area to rise as much as 20 feet. Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
So you could flood the whole town.
Wow.
Is that, I mean,
No, there's other stuff. There's like a vortex when the creature enters it for the first time. Um,
Global warming, the spell.
yeah, I thought there's a redirect flow. Part water, that one. They're all copy paste. You cause
you want to part the Red Sea? You really
well,
think this is worth your. Dude, you can flood the entire city. You
well, it
can.
only is for 300 feet. It's well, I guess I could flood them. Okay, I'm not gonna cast this, but that's what I was asking. Is like, does the water only come up here, or can I like use the water to like flood it onto them?
So let's see how far 100 feet is. It's a 100-foot cube, and you. Okay, I feel like the math doesn't really work out here. If it was 100. Wait, does it supernaturally just. I don't understand that. does it cause? Would it flood the whole city, or would it just spread out over or would it be concentrated in one area?
I think it's
Like which?
concentrated in one area. I don't know. That's why I was asking about it because like if I want to do like the part water, like can I just the spell lasts for 10 minutes, so can I just keep moving with it? Um, right? And like, have a water behind me and water in front of me. That's why I was asking, but
Yeah, you can do that, but
okay, cool.
the river. You want to go to the river? I can tell you what's at the river.
No, I thought we were right here and we hearing noises. So I was thinking we could go across the river like using this, so but we don't have to. We can fight people because we are talking here and stuff. No. Marzipan, are you okay? You look like you're about to die, and I really don't have a lot of spell slots left to, heal you.
To be honest, Jeremy, I don't know how much you little people know about this, but there's a thing called beauty sleep. And I really need it, okay? Because I'm almost dead. I was assassinated, and then a bunch of snakes tried to sliver all over me, and now I just want to sleep, okay? I just want to
That
sleep.
does sound.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think you're right, but
I don't
with the
know
noises
what
around
hit
us,
points are, but if I had them, I would say that I only have one left.
okay, so let's either hide, or do you want to hide, or what do you want to do?
I want to
Because
get
I
a
have
long rest. Doesn't
no, I'm not
everybody?
letting
Am
you
I the
there are
only
people
person?
coming after us.
Oh, wait, there are? Wait, have I
Do you not
missed
hear the
this?
noises around?
No, I am too almost dead to hear the noises, okay? Tell me, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay.
God damn it.
So you're telling me that there are more snakes coming to suck on my blood or
Probably we
something?
were yelling really loudly when we were
You're
running
still an
after.
No.
ape, so if you want to take part in this conversation,
I'm
I'm
an ape, so stop trying to talk to me, Terme. I'm
I'm
an ape,
sorry
okay?
for enforcing this at this moment, but
No, I'm an ape.
now,
Stop
Oh,
trying
I
to
thought
talk to me.
you turned back from an ape.
Am I
Okay, that's
2
fine.
miles away?
yeah,
No,
are
you're
you?
with us.
So, are you guys still apes?
I'm an ape
Will's good at
because
role playing an ape.
I'm an
Still
ape
an
because that's the only way I have enough
Please
HP to not
communicate with
die.
gestures. Everybody go on Rita's Twitch thing, and she's gonna communicate in gestures. And Will, if you would also like to do so, you can. Rita knows how to set up the cameras. If you stream yourself on, if you do camera on Discord.
That's true. Well, William, if you want to be an ape on camera, I can add you to my stream very easily, okay?
Oh wait, but then but then he would be streaming in Discord, and that would cause Mike to
Oh my
lag,
god.
though.
Oh, okay,
Also,
okay.
wouldn't we not see it in
Anyway,
Discord because it's
keep
okay? What?
minding
Who
your
cares?
business.
Yeah, nobody knows. I
No
don't
more
know.
talking for apes. What's
Fine,
going
I will
on?
be silent.
Okay. Shiv, what do you think we should do? Can we hide here in the jungle, or do you think we should like go to one of these houses and try to set up a barrier and like be ready to attack things that come to get us? There's a
Before I
house right
answer that,
there.
I'm like 1,000 feet away from everyone. From like
No, you're with
No,
us.
you're
Don't
not. This is
ignore your
like a
little icon on the map.
whatever.
You
Don't
have
worry
been
about
with
that.
us this whole time.
Yeah,
He's just
that one.
okay.
holding
Don't worry
one
about it.
icon.
You're here.
I would think that it would be better to find a good vantage point for these houses.
Okay, I mean you're very good at this, so I'll follow you.
So you want to
Just
try
grab
to
my own
track.
icon.
Okay, so here's right now. You can move yourself to over here where Marzipan is by the river, like in the middle area. So, um, Shiv is going to mount the wall. He's gonna climb up the wall. Is that correct?
You guys are gonna have to throw me a bone. Some of the things that are going on.
I think that's good. Malachi is very good from a distance. You should go up too. I'll come
So
up too because like why should I stay here by myself downstairs? Actually, I don't have a lot. Actually, I have some things from range. Yes, let's go upstairs. Marzipan monkey, could you please take me up?
I will grab her with my
Wait,
giant but
slow
soft
down,
monkey
guys.
hand.
Are you letting Shiv scout, or is everybody climbing, or all the giant apes climbing on a crumbling building?
Oh, is
Shiv,
it? I did not assume it was a crumbling building. I mean,
these are a bunch of ancient hundreds-year-old ruins that haven't been maintained, so you don't want
So who's an ape right now?
income
Who's not?
jumping around on them.
I am an ape and Fritz is an ape, so it is just you, Terme, and Malachi
Do you
as
understand how you're
non-apes.
talking right now?
Mm.
I am
Are
not
you
talking. This is
making
Rita.
mean gestures?
No, this is Rita. I just like the accent. So I am out of character telling Mike that it is me and Fritz who are apes. Everybody else is a
Okay,
human.
that's fair.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Um,
I was too critical.
I guess I can stand downstairs. I will try to hide by one of the bushes, and Shiv, you can go up. Malachi, if you want, you can go up. I know you like, shooting things from trees.
Shiv, make a not strategy check.
A what check?
You're climbing the wall in order to sort of get a sense of the surroundings, right? You're climbing onto the roof.
Acrobatics.
Um, oh, well, there's no risk of failure right now. If you want to roll acrobatics, then you're just introducing me, giving you the potential of fall damage. Um,
Hmm.
I don't think you need. I don't think you need to roll. You're on the roof, but you can do
You cut out.
because
I could do what?
I I presume your intentions are to scout the surrounding area and see what you
Yes.
can detect. So please roll a survival check. Holy moly! Well, Shiv's got really good eyes, and he's got a good sense. Maybe I should have made you roll perception, but the roll itself was high anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, as you're looking out, it doesn't it doesn't even take you long to survey this. You see creatures in flight. Um, it does take you a second to spot them with your special eyes, but once your eyes adjust, you can see uh, almost a flock. Um, there's a couple of there's one very large pterodactyl. There's a few smaller ones, and then it looks like uh, flying snakes. Those
Oh
you really
shit.
have to squint. You really have to squint to make them out, but you see flying snakes flying with
Are
tail.
they coming towards us?
Yes.
From which direction?
Um, they're coming from the direction of what is this? Southwest, southeast. They're coming
Southeast.
from southeast from the main area.
And did you say they were flying or just running around?
Well, here's the thing. So they're not flying directly towards you.
Mm.
You see them sort of in a fanned out. They're in a searching pattern, but they are headed in your general direction.
Yeah, I see some snake things coming at us from the southeast. They look like they're searching for us right now.
Okay, if they're in the sky, should we go inside one of these houses that has roofs so we can kind of hide there?
So I would think yes.
Are there any houses that fit the two big monkeys?
I don't know. Are there any houses that we can actually hide in, Sari?
You guys really think This is a um. You think you can hide under a pile of rocks for 8 hours? Is that your plan?
Oh, we
My
have
plan
tiny
actually is
huts,
to.
so you can't really. Oh, go ahead.
My thought is usually to be a scout first, so they can hide and start something while I find something, sneak around and find a better option than just getting us a surprise attack while we're not prepared. At least have a better prepared spot for a battle if we're
Guys,
gonna have one.
what we could go back to the temple. Like, isn't this temple the one that had the like the shifting? Like, we swim under and we go to the other side. The water one. Isn't this the water one? Like, there was the moon and the sun, and if you went into the pool, you came out the other side. Am I correct or incorrect?
That is correct.
You want to go hide in the temple?
I think we need to find a place we can hide and at least get everyone patched up before we get into this fight.
Yeah, I think we need to take a short rest at least.
Yeah, do that.
This is gonna be
Can we just
fun.
go straight over there?
No, wait. I'm sorry. The one that shrine is the Unk shrine. It's the
Is
one
it
that had
this
the
one?
keys. It's the one with the keys.
Oh, okay.
Apologies, something here. Visitor.
Okay, well, the other.
Big
Okay.
visitor.
Okay, we need an hour for a short rest. I think we could maybe hide out for that long. Is that
Um,
possible? Or you think we have to fight them? What is the deal?
um, I don't know how Malachi is doing on resources. Whoever played last, did you make sure to update all of his resources? I feel like he should be out of stuff in this one.
If you're talking about the Malachi, the last time I played him, I had updated everything. So he has no action surges yet left.
If he
Um,
really wants to come in.
yes, I updated it all because I'm a very good player. I'm a very good girl, okay? So that's what I did.
Very good.
Yeah, so I guess Malachi could um go crazy, go bananas.
Monkey joke.
I guess, yeah, I wasn't being serious, but if you want to make light of, you know, my suggestion, then that's fine.
I mean, I don't think we can storm any place right now. I think we do need to rest. I don't know if we can short rest or we can get all the way to the long rest, but
Well, see, the thing about the tiny hut is that it's very effective.
it is very effective. But we have a monkey, not a Fritz right now.
Okay, well, he's one stab wound away from being a Fritz again.
Hmm?
But what if
If
we get
you're
the?
Rude.
gonna if you're gonna take a short rest, then you lose your ape forms, right?
It's like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we should try to kind of hide. I mean, maybe we are not successful. I mean, there's a lot of old buildings. We can go in one of them and like just try to be quiet for an hour. There's a lot of land they have to cover, but like otherwise, we need to get ready for ambushing them because like no, they're kind of in the
Um,
open.
I suppose we can go for an ambush. I'd say we should individually take a vote because it's all dependent on how many resources you have left. So Malachi would vote yes because Malachi still got some sparkle left in his.
Yes, on which one?
Marzipan would vote no because I have one health left.
I seem to be at half health again.
What is the question? Yes, fight.
The question is if we charge in like
Yes, run away.
psychopaths or we don't.
It's fighting. Yes, yeses are the for the ambush.
So it's a yes and a no.
Yeah.
Okay, so no from Marzipan, yes for Malachi. What else we got?
Hide. So no charge.
So no from Shiv.
Abe, please indicate your nodding of approval.
What's the question? Sorry.
Do you want to fight the Yanti that are pursuing or searching you?
Oh
Searching
no.
for you.
Mm-mm.
Or hide.
Um,
Okay, then seems like a no. So then it's hide or run.
Fritz makes a motion to the water and like makes a splitting motion.
You want to go
Um,
swim?
I
and
mean, I
then
can.
he makes a motion of, like he makes a dome with his hands. Um,
Underwater?
Because he can't give us breathing, okay?
We
Well,
have underwater breathing at the moment, guys. Don't forget, we can breathe in the water
oh,
as well. Yes,
what happened?
we casted that earlier today because we were thinking we were gonna go in the area, so we
I
casted
need
it to make sure we have.
everybody needs to realize that when we defeated the T-Rex is the same day as right now, okay? That is crazy, but it is true.
Yeah. So I think
I
I
forgot.
I think we can. I d- I don't think we can go underwater and make the dome because I think water probably would come through the dome. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But yeah, let's. If we want to go through
Well,
the water, I can.
so
Yeah, we can swim or we can.
I think the description of the spell says that it's dry and comfortable inside, regardless of what happens outside. But then the question becomes, does air permeate through the hut to allow us to breathe oxygen? Um, because that would be so. I guess that's
The
up to
problem.
DM. DM, does that spell allow for oxygen to pass through?
You
And
want
if
to know if
so,
you can be suffocated inside of a magic dome?
well, when
Yes.
it's underwater, inside of a tiny
I
hut
don't think
specifically.
that unless you can move the tiny hut and you had a watertight seal, how are you even going to do that in the first place?
Well, we could do it with like split the water. So we split
Shake
it
water.
for 10 minutes. He puts the dome down, and then we unsplit the water.
It's really quite smart, honestly.
Okay, well, if you guys want to use a level 4 spell and whatever tiny hut is to give yourself
It's
an
a long
underwater
rest.
sleeping camp, then yeah, I suppose
I like
that's a
that.
fair use. Yeah, I think that's pretty smart.
Okay, wonderful. We have an underwater tiny hut. Honestly, pretty cool. Until we realize we have to like get out of the water at some point.
we
In
can
the
just
morning,
cast
you
That's
you
no
you take
breathing in the
problem.
morning.
you take a bath.
It just says RTC connecting. What does that mean?
What does it say?
RTC connecting.
I don't know. Google it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Fireball to dry it up.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
we not
because you
able
have
to
a
sleep in
half
the mud?
dome. Well, no. That would be horrible. If
Mm-hmm.
you think you can sleep in cold river bottom mud, then you know
I'm down. I
Mm.
gotta
you're a
say, I'm pretty
monster.
down.
You're literally a eel. You're an eel monster.
I mean,
You know, to be fair, if
Sleeping
we
in
are
the
going
bottom
to
of a
really
river.
sleep right now, I can use control water and like really make this area dry. But that's a level 4 spell for this, so let's think of
You
other
already used it
solutions.
once. Do you already? You have another level 4 spell
Yeah,
slot?
I
Sleeping
didn't
in
use my
a
4th level spells. I use my
that's
like other
that's a
ones.
temporary solution. That's temporary
Start it. Why? Why is it temporary?
because there's not a perfect seal. The water is going to creep in.
Oh, I
Don't
see.
we have something that's
Oh,
gonna be like cots if you don't want to sleep on the ground?
That's what the tiny hut is, right? Does the
Honestly, you
tiny hut
guys,
come
let's
with a
just
floor?
fuck them up.
you're already here, and you're no longer
Yeah,
an ape.
just way to justify it.
Mm. Okay, let me think about. Let me
Oh,
see what I have.
polymorph into otters. Sleep
Don't
comfortably in the water.
don't you have Leomund's tiny floor?
Stupid.
Okay, we have our shields, or maybe we can just hang stuff. No, we cannot hang off. Yeah, that doesn't work.
We might be able to. I
The
mean, if you pull a rope.
atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather
Yeah,
outside.
so
Well,
that's
that's the atmosphere. That says nothing about the floor.
That's the weather.
I,
But you could argue like a wet
Pretty
floor
wet.
would seep through.
yeah.
It's all technicalities.
Yeah, if we just
yeah.
clean it, like, is it what's gonna happen? Yeah. Is it sand? Like, what is the material? Because if it, yeah. I mean, I guess
Well,
people like
after you inspect it for a little while, you realize that it's silty loam.
We can't. We can make a roof that's a dome from the water, but we can't put a floor.
yeah, apparently that is the problem
All
we're
right.
having. You know what? I have stone shape. I
Ooh,
can
I
make
think
it
bronze.
5
making a,
feet.
I think making a biodome underground. I've been pretty generous thus far, but the floor is where I draw the line.
Literally.
Dude, did
Well,
you
I
use Shape
mean,
Earth?
I say we could sleep in it
I don't
because
have shape earth.
I'll just cast water breathing again, and if water seeps in, so what? It will breathe through it. Like,
Yeah, we have water breathing until
Well,
tomorrow.
wait, hold
It
up, hold
won't
up.
seep in. No, there's an air bubble. You have actually, man, I didn't even think about the air. Actually, you don't
I
have a
mentioned
supply
it.
of air either.
We talked about that. I thought you said it's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
I
I mean,
did.
it
I brought
says
it up.
it specifically says the atmosphere inside
I
is
didn't.
Is
comfortable
dry.
and dry.
Okay, so this hut is designed to filter air out of the hydrogen dioxide. Sorry, dihydrogen monoxide.
It's magic.
Monoxide.
Uh,
The hell? It's
okay, I
hydroxide.
accept that. That's fine. I accept it. That's fine. But you still can't sleep in the mud. That's how you become a Lovecraftian abomination.
Okay, okay. Listen,
Okay.
Earth, shape Earth, condense the Earth, press it into like a hard surface, and
Not
raise it,
shape
elevate
Earth.
it. Don't you have that?
I don't have stone shape. I can make a 5 foot cube of a stone slab that comes up like 10, like 5 feet, and we can sleep on that, all of us really close.
Okay,
Because
all
five
right.
feet, we are 5 people, so like 1 foot each. Like we're just like smushed together in that.
Just stacked on top of one another.
Next to one another. Because like it's 5 feet like for a person standing, but like, I'm 1 foot from side to side, one and
Okay,
a half foot.
all right.
So
Only
that's
Fritz is on the bottom. That's my one.
You're gonna try to sleep in a pile of five. Wait, it's a 5 by 5 cube,
I think so.
and
But
there's how
people,
many of you?
I mean, that's the other problem.
As soon
No,
as I
it's a
see
cuddle
that first drop
pile.
of water coming
This
at
is
me,
like
I'm
one
gonna use my
Minecraft
reaction.
block.
It's a cuddle pile, okay? Oh, really? Whatever, I don't care.
And then we can put shield, like we have, how many people have shields? We can just put the shields on the ground and one person can sleep on those. 'Cause then you won't
I
get
know
wet.
for a fact that nobody would mind spooning with me, so we will just make a cuddle pile, okay?
Normally it's true, but you're bleeding from everywhere. Yeah.
She did smell pretty good
Okay, so
though.
Malachi wouldn't say that.
yes. So we have a fight. I have a bed for like 3 people. Somebody can come up with other things.
I still want to sleep in the mud.
Disgusting.
You can sleep under my shield and you won't be as wet and muddy. Here you go.
So,
No, thank you.
um, as you guys are discussing how you're going to fix the floor and the water is soaking up through your socks into your pants through the
It's my
force of
soul.
capillarity. Yes, uh, it's slowly seeping into you. Then you guys are discussing the flooring issue, and that's when somebody, probably Malachi, is staring off into space because he's fascinated by how the sky looks from the bottom
Through
of
the
the
water.
water
Yeah.
within a dome. And he's looking at the clouds and he says, "There are snakes above us, more than the snakes that were there before."
I can't say anything because I am Malachi. Would be weird for me to expand on that.
Okay. So can we sleep and then deal with them tomorrow morning? I don't think they can come to us right now. They can't pass through this.
Why do
Slash,
you
how
think
can
they're
they
nowhere
see
here?
into the water?
I wish we had like World War II style, like submarine bombs
Periscope.
where you just you shoot out a barrel and it floats up and like it literally floats next to a ship and explodes. Like wish we just had that,
I
but
think.
we
I
don't.
mean, we should just wait and see what they
We
do.
should be able to craft one of those. If you know basic mechanics of whatever it is you want,
Oh my god.
make one.
Mike, we don't even have an artificer in our midst. I would say that
Hmm.
we do not have the tools or know-how for making barrel bombs that'll float. We don't even have a barrel. Where
No
are we gonna
barrel
get a barrel?
bombs.
Come on, we use magic in this
No,
party.
no
Um,
Donkey Kong. That's not the solution to flying snakes. It doesn't even make sense. Your barrels can't hit flying snakes. It's does not compute. Think about all the obstacles. You're underwater, you don't have barrels, they're in the sky. It does not make sense.
First of
How
all,
are they seeing us? First of all, yeah, that's because we're in an opaque dome underwater. Do they see us?
Oh well,
Also,
You
now
guys
that
must
you
not be
see
familiar
them,
with search parties. The first 24 hours of a search party is when you're most likely to get caught. Eventually, they'll give up the search.
I think it's safe to assume they have found us. Otherwise, they would not be hanging so close to our midst. It is no
I
coincidence.
want you to understand that your action was,
Yeah,
as
I'm
I
asking
had
like,
warned
are
you,
these
very
flying
visible.
monkey, flying snakes intelligent? Like, what is their level of intelligence? Like, if we go
They're
underwater after like 2 hours, are they gonna disperse?
Good
That's my
question.
question.
Are they the
No,
dumb little
well,
brute snakes or are they the big boy abominations?
Yeah.
the snakes that you are seeing look like flying uh, cobras or whatever. They're regular sized, which in fantasy world they giant, uh, but then giant snakes exist, which
Ignore those losers.
are
They're
30 feet
nothing.
long.
They're just dumb losers. Ignore them. Let's just sleep in the tiny hut. They're just losers, okay?
You know, if they know that we're here, what we can do is we can rest, and then when we're ready to leave, we just get whatever that spell is for us to breathe underwater breathing maybe, and go somewhere else. Come up somewhere else.
Yeah, we can
That's
walk
true.
away. We have one underwater reading for 24 hours. I think we cast it this morning, so we have it
Literally
for.
walk away from the situation, huh?
We can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
I will give you
Okay.
guys your short rest before the next thing transpires.
Just a short rest.
Yes. And since I'm so amazing, everybody, if you use a hit die, you can add a d6.
Oh, and you also wait. So you used two level 4 spells now. You used Stone Shape
Yeah,
and
I used both of my fourth level spells. I don't have any more. I
well,
will.
you've sure invested a lot into this
Well, I don't.
act of
I believe they
desperation.
don't think they can get to us. I like genuinely, as Terme, believe they can't get to us because we're underwater and they're just snakes and they're not intelligent.
Okay,
That's
so
that's like what I mean. I would think as a person
what did
because
you
I
roll
think
for
that
your short rest thing, Rita?
Oh, let me see. I always forget the die. Is it just a d6? I think so.
what do
So
we
Um,
if
get
it's just
if we do
short
how many?
rest,
and by the way, these are still not conditions for a long rest. This
Right.
5 foot is something you can do and then have a short rest. Um, that I'll tell you up front, even though I'm rewinding now, that the stone shape that you had done is, I mean, unless you guys literally sleep in a pile, and even then, the people at the bottom of the pile are not gonna rest well in this
Well, can
damp.
we use our cape? I mean, we have stuff like we have packs that we travel with. Can we use our capes to make two like and swords and stuff we have to
Dude,
make two
let's
like little
summon a robot.
hammocks?
Let's summon a robot and just have him float up and be like, "Are you looking for me?" And we'll make him think that we transformed. Maybe have Fritz use an illusion on it so it looks like all of our bodies like put together into like a like a Megatron. Okay, maybe not that, but you know.
This is a
Can we make
this is a lot.
like do we have stuff to make hammocks? Like we can have two hammocks and then like the 5 foot cube and sleep with that because we have if we have a pack.
Because I'm so amazing and such a strong
Okay,
level 8
is
bard,
everybody done?
everybody
Okay,
gets +1 to their short rest health, okay? Everybody. It's amazing.
Nice.
okay, that's fair. Um, Everybody,
How do I
please
do the
complete.
short rest again?
Everybody, please complete your short rest.
How many hit dies you have left? Click, push the button that says hit die underneath where it says total, and then you can roll as many as you have left if you want, or just as many as until you get close enough to full health.
We get an extra one.
Yeah, you get one whole entire health point added to your health.
What about temporary hit points?
I
Permanently, right?
They
unfortunately
stay.
have not. Oh, yeah, they stay if you still have them, but I have not had a chance to regale you guys with a lovely, beautiful.
You should have been the first ones taken away, so I don't know who were first. Or you might have gotten them after like the last battle, so
Wah, wah.
damn. These are bad rolls.
Seriously.
My health is full.
Everybody done?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yes, sir, I believe so.
So you guys did this off of your character sheets?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
Now, you guys have been sitting in here. Oh, look at that. You guys have been sitting in here and trying to gather what meager energy you can this sandy loam, silty loam. And as you guys feel a little bit of hope coming back to you, your bubble is burst.
Literally?
Now, is there a person we see that comes towards us?
Your bubble bursts, and water comes crashing in on you from every side. And it's not comfortable.
We still have we still have breathing water, right?
Yeah,
It should be all
you
fine.
cast
I'll,
it in the
I'll,
morning, so
I will say, okay, yes, the you can recast it as you're resting. I feel like.
it's a 24-hour spell. We casted it this morning.
Oh, okay, fine,
We
that's good.
should have it.
I mean, it's also ritual, so I could, while
Yeah,
we're
we
in
just
there,
cast it
redo it.
again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
Why
I'm
not?
saying. Yeah, it's totally cool if you want to do that.
So we get our rest and just gonna go swim somewhere else, come up somewhere else, I guess.
So do we see somebody that did this to
Yeah.
us?
I'd like to do a perception check to get a better idea of what's happening around me,
I'm
if I may.
going to just say no
Oh, okay.
because you won't see that good underwater.
All right.
Okay, I stay underwater. I'll try to like into like the opposite shore from where we were to everybody, like not to swim up.
If your wish is to perhaps surface, even looking in the direction of the shore that you originated from, um, or even it's very difficult to see through the water when you're in the water.
I mean, I can. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how dirty the water is, but like, I assume I just point to a random direction. I don't care which direction, and I
No,
like, let's go that way. I don't want to surface because I don't want them to know where we are. If the
I
water
don't
is
want to
dirty
surface
that we
either.
cannot, yeah, if the water is dirty that we cannot see anybody, I assume they cannot see us either.
Realistically, they have a better chance of seeing us though than we do seeing We just don't have eyes
How
designed
deep
to.
underwater are we? Because that's the other
Yeah.
thing. Is like we're 40 foot in, 40, 50 foot in, and then um,
Oh, I don't know, 15 feet or 20 feet down. I don't know how deep
yeah,
is
I don't
a
know.
river this wide.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you want to do? I mean, we're
It's more like a
underwater, and
pond, I guess. This is more like a mini lake or a pond, I would say.
so when we look up, we don't see anything because we used to see snakes flying.
How long has it been?
You guys are saying you're swimming around and you're just trying to scout. Make a make a perception check with disadvantage because you're in the water. It's hard to make out anything being under the water, and even with your water breathing and with your wits about you, um, it's much more difficult to survey the surroundings.
I'm
And by the
starting to
way,
like that.
Rufina, I said with disadvantage before that loaded on my screen. I'm sorry that you had such a good roll.
That's okay.
Honestly, let's just swim. Just swim, keep swimming, and then, we'll just run out these dumb little snake boys who don't even have legs.
You know, we could. I mean, I said this before. I'll say it again. We could summon a robot to surprise them. They won't be expecting that, and he could distract them, like fight them, whatever, and then we could try to sneak away, keep swimming out while he
It's.
does the fighting.
Can you speak with underwater breathing? Or I guess
Oh yeah,
with the mask.
absolutely.
With
Mm.
the mask, you can all speak through Marzipan, or she can speak to all of you. But right now, she's the telekinesis. She's the telepathic conduit,
There's a what's
right?
the name
With
of
the
that
mask.
device from Ender's games or Ender's game?
Oh, yeah.
Rita, do you remember that
Yeah.
device? That's you.
It's
But
Magic.
beautiful.
also, our good friend Fritz
He
has not
stole it
returned
from
the
me.
mask.
Yeah, he stole it
So
from me.
right now, you guys are unable to communicate as you make a decision.
Marzipan, I got a nice little short rest, but that didn't help me much. So, to be honest, when I see the snakes, I'm just going to start swimming away. Goodbye, you guys. I'll see you later. Swim, swim,
Yeah,
swim.
I'll
Bye,
swim
bye.
with marzipan.
I'll
Yeah,
go with her.
I want to
Yeah, I'm gonna
remind you
follow her
guys of
too.
something. These are
Let's
not
hear it.
safe waters.
yeah,
The crocodiles?
yeah. We need to get out, but I don't know where to get out from. I think let's swim for like 30 feet or 40 feet. Like
Dude, let's
swim
just go and
somewhat
fight them.
and then go up.
Let's just fight them. Let's just go out and face the music, you know?
Okay, but like now
Okay,
we have
let's
less
go.
resources.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like we need to establish an advantage in some way.
Okay.
We cannot
Okay,
just walk out, you know. So
okay.
what? So accepting that we have to fight these snakes and not wanting to take on any additional fights by traveling underwater. What would be our
You
approach?
cannot deduce right now. Are you guys going back the way you came, or are you going to swim away?
We don't know
Or are you
where
gonna?
which direction is which. I mean, I assume we can tell there's a slant toward like
Hmm. Yeah.
less more land, right? Like on the water, like even.
You're a dwarf. Dwarves always know which way is north.
Oh,
That's
okay.
their thing. In your heart
Wow.
of hearts, you can never be mistaken for north.
Hey, let's go back to the shore then. I mean, because I don't think we can swim when we are in the water. So like, I'm gonna try to swim this way to the back to the shore.
So you're swimming back the way you came.
I guess so.
Is everybody
Well, actually, can we
following
swim
Hermes?
south to like get here? I don't know why it's not that. Yeah, yeah. The southwards we can get to the thing too. I don't know. I don't.
I don't think it's gonna
I
Yeah,
work.
will
let's go.
always follow Terme, so wherever
Yeah,
she
let's
goes, I
go.
will go.
Let's go back to the shore and face the music.
There's a
Um,
temple right there if we go south, though, right? Is that something we could go to if shit really hit the fan and get some kind of benefit?
No, we've already done that temple. Like they can follow us in. There's nothing we can do to stop them there.
Gotcha. Hey, I guess it's time to fight.
Yep.
You can also flight, but I don't think it's a good idea. So yeah, okay.
But I do
So
think if
what's
we're fighting, let's use the robots.
the
this
robot?
was such a beautiful plan, except for the fact that they actively were tracking you when you performed it.
That one minor little detail.
So you got,
So
I mean,
Fritz,
you can still swim. There, there's still the option to run. I think that
okay, do
you're
we have any?
gonna run into
Okay,
zombie sharks if you do, because you know that zombie sharks patrol this area.
can we get out of the water and run? Maybe. Do we have any any spells that'll help us, like hasty
Walk on
expeditious
water.
Sorry,
retreat
I
or whatever?
keep changing your guys' mind. You guys had decided when. Also, by the way, Fritz, you can give Marzipan the mask back at any point here, or you can just continue withholding it, or you can try to attune to it while you're under. Actually, you can do
Wow,
that
what
if
a
you want to.
jerk. Don't you dare
Wow.
attune to my mask.
he no, he's just gonna wait until she stops asking about it, uh, and then
That's like
and then he'll get
parenting.
and then he'll give it back.
Marzipan is being parented right now.
Yeah, he's finally disciplining me. It's Marzipan's
Wow.
first time.
How long has it been since the last time Marshman asked about it?
Uh, when we were
15 minutes.
above the water, whenever that was.
No, that's a lie. You were in the dome.
I was?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Wow, you're
Maybe
trying to
yes, maybe no.
sabotage me.
I just think it's hilarious.
Uh,
Yeah, I guess in the dome. For I don't know how long we were in there, but if it was at least a couple hours or something, as long as Marsban didn't bring it up, then Fritz would give it back. I just needed to make sure the effects of this had waned, Marzipan.
Got
I was
it.
just had your best interest at heart.
Oh my god, the
Really
Fritz,
needed
you
some
had
training.
the mask the entire time. I cannot believe it. Wow, you're so sneaky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am small.
Are you doing this with telepathy now? Are we in telepathy mode now?
Yeah, I'm just
No,
talking to him
we
telepathically.
were like this is what the conversation we would have had in the hut
Yeah.
itself, like when we were in there.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So
yeah, yeah,
she's got
not
the
like
mask now.
yeah, we're not
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to baton it off in the middle of the water. Uh,
Okay, so now you guys can come to a decision more, um, with less urgent. You can talk now.
Okay, everybody, you should all hear my beautiful, soothing voice in your minds. What are we going to do? We're going to fight the snakes, is the vibe I'm getting from you. Is this true?
How many snakes are there?
From what I last remembered, there's 27.
What?
wow.
I don't know, I'm just making things up. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh, okay.
I mean, at least somebody has some magical powers because the hut was destroyed and that doesn't just go away.
you need a disintegration spell for that. It's not even to spell magic. You have to disintegrate it. So it must be a fucking badass up there.
Oh, maybe it's Rek'Sai
Maybe.
or whatever the non-League of Legends name is.
I
I want
vote
you to
we.
know, Homer, even though I think it would be hilarious that um, Malachi thinks that you're false in that assertion.
Oh my goodness, you're wrong? Wow.
You would
Fritz,
never admit that, of course.
why don't you tell us what can destroy this hut?
Fritz.
I think
The
this
Very.
real
spell
magic
magic can.
Oh, perfect. So,
You're
Malachi?
thinking of you're thinking of Wall of Force, which is
Oh,
required by the
yeah.
spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
but still, there is somebody who has some magical powers, which, you know, maybe we can just focus them and get them down. If we have, do you have any area, like big area fireballs that we can take, like maybe all the snakes out at once, and then we can, deal with the rest?
I do think we should not. I think we need to summon a robot. I just think we need that edge right now.
I mean, yes,
Oh,
but the robot
Question.
doesn't do that much.
Robots aren't good at swimming.
Well, it can
Oh,
walk out. Sorry.
inside of the water, we might have to deal with zombie sharks. Is that right?
And other
Zombies undead.
things.
So would I
There's
be able
crazy
to
other things.
like track them? My favorite enemy
Hmm,
is undead, so I would imagine that count for something here, right?
that's a good point. His favorite enemy is undead, so can't he?
Tracking zombie sharks.
Yeah.
Okay, Shiv, you can you can pull a few blades of grass of seaweed. Pull a few blades of kelp from the riverbed, and
Mm.
you taste the kelp upon your tongue,
Stupid.
and you sense the presence of zombie sharks. Um,
That's
Everywhere.
weird.
with your sense, you 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 feel it. You know they're out for you.
I agree. I think we
Can
can
I
take the
navigate
zombie
us
sharks
around them?
versus the snakes. Let's move
Yeah.
to the other side of the river.
What is this
I'm
thing
on
right
that one with you.
here?
Let's deal with the
What is
zombies. There's a
what is
mushroom
this thing right
people
here?
there. We already been there. There is a mushroom people there. That's where we got a lot of mushrooms to eat for dinner yesterday.
Mm.
Oh, wait. You have the ability to repel undead, don't you?
I do. That's
Hermit?
why I'm like, let's go deal with the undead. We can
Okay,
at least
I agree with
scare
that.
the undead away. So let's
Yeah,
just
okay.
swim, and hopefully, if we see a shark we cannot deal with, I'll turn undead.
yeah.
Let's
I think
cross
we
the
should
river.
we should at least not come up on the side that they're at,
Yeah,
or at
yeah. We
least
should
not
go to the
immediately.
Yeah.
other side of the river. Yeah,
And we should roll stealth. Like, we should try to be as
yeah. We should
sneaky as we possibly
stealthily. I
could.
agree. I agree. I think this is great, Marzipan. It helps a lot when you're translating this.
Oh,
The hand motions were not working.
I have an idea. Fritz, do you have any illusions that you can place that so that we look like we're still down there?
Uh, no.
Well, then you're useless. No,
I've
you're
got
not useless.
I don't think
mirror
you
image.
guys have to be cognizant of what are the verbal
Yeah.
requirements of your plans.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Or did you just get punched?
No, it was a sneeze. It was a sneeze. Underwater,
Gotcha.
it was not good. The water went in, but it actually did not hurt as much as normally.
It did also
Into
sound like
your
an
nose.
underwater punch.
Water went in my nose. So, okay, you guys are swimming. Shiv now will make a check of some sort. He's going to evade. He's going to evade a bloodthirsty shark hunter. Um, hunter shark, that is. And it's gonna be a difficult challenge if this is your plan and you are unassisted with by
Um,
magic.
I want to help with that if I can at all. Help with the survival because I feel like we fought one of these sharks and it's undead, and I'm a cleric, and I think I can like also help and be and you know like sniff out the rot of the undead. So I would like to help him with this task, if I
So what
may.
do I
I
need to
don't feel.
roll?
I don't think that's justified.
Okay.
Um.
I
Well,
mean, I would like to use my survival to help him. I don't want to use religion. I don't know if I can though. Vice perfect.
good thing you got the bad roll out of the way. I guess let's just make it a stealth check, and we'll see
I
if
did
you
it
fail it.
already.
I see a performance check.
That was
You're
earlier.
so cute. Come here. Oh, sorry, I'm talking to Gronk.
Thought you were talking to shit. So you want me to roll stealth again?
I don't see a stealth roll. I see a performance roll. And
But
then
I
Above
rolled it
that.
he roll.
like
Well,
a
why
ways
don't I
back.
wait? Then what is all this other shit? What is
No,
this
like
favorite enemy? I didn't ask for that roll. I'm asking for a roll now.
I did the
Can't.
stealth check when as soon as we were deciding what
I
we were gonna
wasn't.
do.
I wasn't. I wasn't paying attention then. You have to roll again. If you're
Okay.
rolling, if you're gonna do that, then type in the chat what it's for. Because, and in fact, don't even do that because it's not against you, Mike. I do this myself, but I try to draw. I do it and I draw attention to it. Don't
Gotcha.
roll ahead of time. Wait for somebody to ask you to roll.
Yeah, Mike.
There was
Ask
a
him.
lot of people that were
Because you,
talking at that point,
because
and I was just
yeah,
coming out of the little igloo or whatever,
you rolled
and I
better than you did
naturally
last
did.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
Congratulations. And remember, you automatically crit on everything you do today anyway.
That's
So
true.
I don't know what we're arguing about.
I know it's like you have
um,
advantage. I don't know why you don't want to roll. You have a +9. I don't see what the issue is. It's not like you have a minus
but
2.
yeah, just let me just say this thing. If the alternative, if somebody says, and I wasn't paying attention to the roll, and somebody's like, yeah, 20 minutes ago I rolled a 20, so but you're not gonna say when you fail. You're just gonna let it quietly, or you there's the potential for that. So that's why I don't. Okay, we don't have to
That's
make a big
fair.
deal out of this anymore. You did better than you did last time. You guys swim, and you know what? Shiv knows an awful lot about underwater sharks and how they track their prey, because he swims, and he swims you guys through a building. He swims you guys through a series of buildings and throws the sharks off your scent. Those dumb, idiotic sharks, they spend so much time swimming through buildings trying to get trying to get to to follow the scent, and they're long gone, Shiv, because you feel it in your heart, your undead sense. You're like they're left in the dust, and so
That's right.
you guys are able to successfully navigate to the other side.
Fantastic.
Well, Shiv, that was quite impressive. If there's ever some kind of I don't know what they would call it, but if there was ever a collection of athletic people competing against each other, you should join.
They need to do is put undead sharks in the water. Would be good.
Exactly. I'll if you ever join, I'll make sure to bring some undead sharks for you, okay?
That's good. Some bets. So we're on the
Okay.
west side.
Whoa, I rolled a 99. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, wait, I know what's gonna happen.
Oh shit. We are
That doesn't
finding the,
sound
the
good.
the corpse of the T-Rex.
No, not quite.
It's 27 undead T-Rexes.
Damn it, how do I. Okay, here we go. You guys surface on the other side of the river, and as soon as you surface, there's a flying snake right above you. And
At least it's just one.
as you guys, that's correct. As you guys are surfacing, and I mean, we didn't really pick an exact location, right? We were just swimming across, and you don't really have maximum. Okay, that's a good spot actually. The location where Shiv is now, um, you listened to the narration, so you good job on that. You 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 get to the shore, and as you guys are climbing up, it's not. It's I mean, by the illustration, you can see it's kind of a steep incline, and I guess erosion probably did that or something. Um, you you climb up, and then the snake is overhead, and you don't see it the second you rise out of the water. You were focused on climbing the um, the incline. Um, I'm gonna so on the random encounter table, Omer, you can go verify this if you want. In Omu encounters ruins, 96 to 100 is Yuan-Ti. So I'm taking a creative liberty here. Um, if I rolled for a random encounter, if it was like giant wasps, then nothing would have happened. I would have just said, "Oh, look, there's giant wasps." And you wouldn't have had to necessarily fight them. But we landed on Yuan-Ti. So the flying snake notices you guys before you notice it, and it, like a video game character, it hisses. When it is alarmed, it goes, but also at the same time you hear the Metal Gear Solid alert noise. It goes,
What?
and and the snake and the music starts. It goes, dinner, dinner, dinner. I can't imitate it. It's in my head now. I wish I could play it. Oh wait,
It sounded
oh we
Final
don't have the
Fantasy.
we don't have the now
It did
playing
sound
music.
like Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
it's similar. I mean, it's PlayStation One music, so it makes sense that they sound similar. Even though I only did like three notes. It's the Metal Gear Solid alert music. Google it if you care. Rita, please,
Hmm.
for the sake of the stream, please open the um, Metal Gear Solid alert music. Yes, you, Rita. I see you now on camera.
I'm doing it. I did forgot I was muted.
Now, okay, where were we? So the snake is going to flee. It's gonna go alert its companions.
That motherfucker.
It's flying away from you guys. Now I will say,
Kill him!
say
That
He
was
was
fun.
he was Jesus Christ.
Sorry, the Metal Gear Solid alert music really hyped me up.
oh, I didn't hear it, but I assume when I hear the playback, I will hear it. I have the stream muted.
Yeah.
So what was this? I'm sorry. That
The
completely
snake ran away, and
derailed
then
my
we were
thoughts.
like, scream. So you were saying the snake is like flying away.
Oh, I was gonna say the numbers. We'll say the snake was 30 feet away initially,
Hmm.
and I will tell you that it has a high flying speed. Um,
Okay. I
do
am
not.
going to
Okay, wait, hold on. Everybody,
roll initiative or not.
yeah, roll initiative now. I will warn you, this initiative will last for more than one combat if the need arises, because I pre rolled a bunch of initiatives and I'm not doing it again.
Make sure if
And
your
make
character is
sure
not in the
your
map, take
character
him
must be
out.
selected. Oh,
Yes.
Omer, do Malachi, please. Oh,
I'm
skip.
doing it. I'm doing it.
Oh my god, did I just say that and not have marzipan
Yeah.
selected? I thought I did. Oh my goodness. That is so embarrassing.
Awkward. Ooh.
That is so embarrassing.
You still kind of look, not the best.
Oh my god, and now I've rolled like 100 times. Whatever, you guys got it. I'm gonna change it to 8, which is the first thing I rolled.
Sounds good. Wait, I don't. Oh, I see you now. Okay. Uh, numerically descending. Wowee! Look at that. So there's one flying snake, and Shiv, you are the composite hero. I don't know what that means,
I don't know
but
what that means
you're
either.
also you're the first to react. Um,
Is it still
you're
flying away? Is it close?
I'll say okay. So he started flying. We'll say that he's now 50 feet, 60 feet away.
So I can't actually use my hook on it. Then. I still have that hook. There's no like weird surprises, right?
You still have the hook.
If
Okay.
you move like if you move 20 feet forward, I think you should be able to hook him. I think it's a 40-foot range, but
I thought it was 20.
oh, I don't know anything about hooks
I
to be
thought it was
honest.
40.
I think it's 40. It's written in the item,
Oh, wow.
on the actual weapon.
I'm trying to get if I could get this thing.
Son of a gun.
Range 40 feet.
Oh.
Well,
But that being
that's
said, it's
out
a
of your
homebrew weapon.
range. The homebrew weapon on a chain. It doesn't have a long range, but 40 feet is your range.
I think
So
I know.
I'm gonna also move closer to this thing with my
So you're
my
gonna
own
jump back
movement
into the
and
water, and
wait. So we're on
uh,
top of the building. I thought we were on the
Yeah,
shore
I
over
thought you
here.
were
you were
saying we are on
climbing a
the
slope.
shore.
You were climbing a slope. Um, when the snake saw it, was alerted.
Would you allow me to attack that thing with my hook? Is that
If
possible for
you
me to
want to
do?
go back in the water, but then you'll have disadvantage to hit it.
Oh, so he's flying east. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's flying away from you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I crit on everything anyway, so.
Okay, Shiv's jumping back in the water. Don't you have a
God
short bow or
damn.
something? Wouldn't it make more sense to use that? I'm just asking. It's up to you.
You know, I would. I'm admittedly not entirely sure what all equipment that I have at this point. If you look at the stuff on my character, there's all kinds of shit there that I don't think should actually be there anymore. So there's like
Looks like he had a longbow.
Colossus Slayer and there's
If
a
you go into
heavy
your items
You
crossbow and a
have
You do have
longbow.
Slayer.
Colossus Slayer.
You
It's
oh,
one
have
of your
Colossal Slayer.
abilities. It's true.
so you have a heavy crossbow you've been using?
No, I think
And
longbow.
that's what I'm saying is
Have a,
I don't
yeah.
think that I'm supposed to have that. I think that I'm
That's what
supposed
you
to
have
have the
programmed.
longbow
What did? Oh,
and
oh.
not the crossbow. I don't think I have the Colossus. No, wait, that is. Sorry, I
You
thought
have
that was a sword.
It's
That's
just
new.
something you add.
I forgot about that. Right, right, right. So
That's an effect,
yeah.
not a weapon.
So do I have a longbow or a heavy crossbow?
Make the just roll with the longbow. It's a D8
Okay.
versus a D6. It's in range either way. Holy shit! Are you kidding me? You rolled a 13.
That's +6 too.
You missed. Your arrow,
you have two
turns out it's
attacks now,
pretty
by
hard
the
to
way.
hit a
Don't
fucking
forget.
flying snake.
I get 2 attacks.
That's like trying to
Yes,
shoot
because you're a fighter.
needle in a haystack. Go
18.
ahead. Attack again. Oh, roll
I did.
advantage. It's
Huh?
taking a while to load then.
Damage, the damage,
Oh,
not the
damage. I
attack.
heard advantage.
Damage to
Oh my
damage,
god.
dust to dust.
Okay. Your arrow shoots right through the snake. Um, your arrow punctures the snake with such force that it shoots up like an extra 10 feet before it drops down into the water with a splash.
Nice. I'm assuming this
And
is
then
not
it
the end
is
of that snake.
as it falls into the water. A shark jumps out of the water and chomps it. Turns out the sharks were right on your tail, right as you guys were climbing out.
I'm just gonna stand there looking proud. Let my cape flap a little bit. Turn to the side and look over my shoulder. Hero
Damn,
pose.
that was heroic. Holy shit, dude. That is. I sorry. I feel like there was a hint of sarcasm there. I congratulate you. That was a nice pose. Um, there. Okay, so okay, you guys have the alert music stops. You guys are okay.
Happens next.
By
I'm
now,
assuming
it's
that's
like
the end of my
I.
turn. Nothing else.
It's golden hour right now. I want you guys to be aware, which means that sunset will be soon.
You guys, this means this is when you will look the best. So make sure you find your right angles and take advantage of the light, okay?
So does this mean we should run into like the somewhere to hide from the UNT? That snake made like a snaky sound that was
Yeah,
pretty
we need
loud.
to. Is there a pass without trace? Mike, I think
Omer,
Shiv
I
has.
think you
Omer,
used all of
please
them last
draw a
time.
Omer, please draw a parallel between golden hour and Paylor. That is what Malachi would do in this situation.
That's true. The sun is at its most beautiful right now.
Praise.
I
You
T
can praise.
pose.
Take this opportunity to praise the
I I T
god of
pose at the
light.
sun with all of my might. I T pose at the sun.
Nice.
Very good.
That's really. Shiv,
Real
are
quick,
you okay with that?
guys.
He just wait. Hold on a second. Both of you roll a performance check, Shiv and Malachi.
Oh God, Mike,
What are
you need
my
to.
spell slots looking like right now?
Well, go to your spell
I,
page.
I know that you at least used
at first roll
one
performance.
iteration
Okay.
of Pass Without Trace because you helped us get
You did
past.
one darkness because of that spell fight with
Oh,
the
that's true. One darkness as well.
two
Oh
spells you
my
used.
god. Okay, well, Shiv, actually, you get advantage on everything on your 45 to 90 rolls. So, um, for a moment, you consider whether Malachi had outdid you with his pose, but you you brush it off. You're like, nah, my pose was better.
Such confidence.
I turn and I
You don't care.
smile. The smirk.
Little do they know that Marzipan, just standing in her regular stance, is outdoing them all.
Yeah, but you're on the other side of the lake. It's okay.
Okay, good point, good
Terma
point.
is slouching because she's like, we just swam. Like, I'm tired. Do we need to run? Like, it's like, I'm like slouching, thinking what we're gonna be doing. So yeah, I have a really bad pose. Here, I have a -1 performance. I'll roll. See how bad it is going to be.
19.
If I have a disadvantage.
Well, you can take the 12 or the 1. Both are. I feel like the 1 is more poetic.
I think one is more poetic. I'm not trying to have a pose. I'm just like exhausted and like thinking, and so
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's with disadvantage if you know.
Terme's pose is actually beautiful in its simplicity. Terme just spends a quiet contemplative moment as she her hair drips down onto her armor, and you know, even though she rolled the one in its own way, it was very beautiful.
Wow, that sounds very beautiful.
I think you're not supposed to really look at the sun. I mean, don't hear let don't let Malachi.
I'm gonna try to
I
draw
try
this
to
later.
whisper this. I try to make sure Malachi does not hear this. So I'm like, I think it's not really good for your eyes. But I like the sun. It's very good for your skin if you're not in it too long. I get freckles, but it's okay. I like the sun.
The sun hurts you because you do not have complete and utter faith in its being and glory.
I
Or
think it's
something
my
like that.
skin tone, but
That was
okay.
pretty good.
That was very
Who
Malachi.
else hasn't Who else hasn't been described yet?
Fritz.
I need to hear what Fritz's pose is like.
Because of the golden hour.
Yes,
You're
because
so
I'm gonna draw this.
confused. Because of the golden hour?
Uh,
God.
he's not posing. He's just like wringing out his clothes. Um,
I want to see a performance check for reading out your
Are you
Yeah,
muttering
roll a
curses
performance.
at the rest of
So
your
how high you guys rolled on performance dictates how much effort I'm gonna put into your character when I draw it.
let's see. Let me roll.
Sorry,
There you
bro.
go.
Damn.
Make me beautiful.
Damn.
Wow.
I was going for like bad, not good. So it worked. It worked.
You did
I was
perfect,
going the
and you
opposite.
ended
Yeah.
up being beautiful in your
Yeah.
simplicity. So,
Yes. It's like the
What?
hands, like the drawing the hands. I don't know what it's called. It's like
I'm
that
gonna
artist,
draw
like
like the SpongeBob. You know, Doodle SpongeBob.
yeah.
Doodle Doodle SpongeBob.
I thought you were joking there to me about when you're in like middle school and you don't know how to draw hands, so all your characters just have their hands like crossed behind their back. And just like, yes, yes.
uh,
I don't know if that's anything that's something, whatever. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
There. If you guys disagree with my notes, then please reply to my comment
I
oh,
sent you
is it
my
on
notes.
Discord?
Please
in
reply.
Discord. In Discord. now now that we've established this moment, beauty, and golden hour, what is your guys' next action?
I mean, I don't mind finding another place to sleep. I think there was a snake, so I think we need to go. Hide, hide, hide. Although
Yeah, I
we're
agree
not
with that.
really good, maybe we should like stake it out and like just set a trap and then attack them.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
I'm
really want to sleep. It's been a long day. We fought it. I was bitten by a T-Rex. It's I can't take it anymore. I need time.
I
Our
agree
help.
that we need to sneak away, slink somewhere safe, and hopefully do so as in a stealthy manner.
Yeah.
In the distant golden rays of sunlight, you can see the silhouettes of other snakes and
Oh my god.
pterodactyls fanned out and patrolling.
Shiv,
Not this
Shiv,
again.
ask about Trace.
But you
Don't have it.
there you guys are at the moment safe, and there seem to be mostly spread. In fact, the one that saw you was kind of an outlier. They're not really searching this far out. They're still combing over the water, probably not very successfully.
You guys want to try
Let's.
maybe over to the cliffs to the west, since they're staying over the water? Maybe find a cave or something.
Oh no. I mean, I think we can go into one of these houses. We can
Uh,
go back to this. I think this thing was the first temple we did. Maybe we can go sleep there.
I had an idea earlier, but it sounded like temples weren't gonna help anybody.
Oh, this one. the other people were right there, but
because they were searching there.
we're
Over
searching. But
here,
right now we are distant enough that we can just go in. What was this temple?
I'm looking now.
Trickster God Temple. It's my temple.
It's the bunny shrine.
Oh yeah, we can jump through
What?
the things again and just go there and make a little thing. And we would be covered aerially.
Bunny shrine.
All right,
Yes,
let's do
that's the
that.
one you jump over different things.
Okay.
I'm
That sounds fine to me. No need for debate. I think that's good. You guys
not very
are
stealthy, but helping.
okay. There, you're still moving stealthily. Shiv tries to cover your guys' tracks. Um, what would you roll? Would you have? You wouldn't have rolled better on survival, but we'll just say you're covering people's tracks to the best of your abilities.
I was gonna say if I can, I would give him the what is it called? What is I don't
Guidance.
know what it's called.
Roll an extra
Guidance. Yes.
d4. Roll an extra d4.
All right.
Shiv. Nice. So that's a 16 or a 19. Who knows which one I'll choose. The the efforts that you make are you will rewarded as you cover people's tracks behind and they file into the bunny shrine, the best place to have a slumber party. It's it's. Do you guys tell Shiv? Oh well, he would remember the trick. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mike wouldn't. There's like tiles, and you're supposed to not jump on any with any rhyme or reason, um, because that's what this bunny guy is about avoiding rhyme and reason. Um, and yeah, so you're pretty happy with this. Um, I'll make it short and sweet. You guys um, can safely camp.
Yay. I already healed myself up completely, but I guess I get my spells back, right?
Okay, everybody, gather around me and I will tell you a beautiful bedtime story. It's all about flying snakes and tiny little frog princes, okay? I'm not
Oh,
really
nice
going to
little
tell it.
Jojo.
I know, he was so sweet, and to turn out after this whole time, he turned out to be a little prince, and he was just so
No,
sweet.
who knows?
Wait,
Yeah.
I want to hear the story. Please tell me all about the wonderful flying snake and the frog prince or whatever you were saying.
God,
King Mordecai.
Orvax, you really just killed my vibe,
Wait,
okay?
but hold on, I need to scribe it for you. You said I was supposed to write down all your stories, so please tell
Okay,
me.
okay, that's true. So, a few nights ago, maybe literally 2 or 3, honestly, I don't remember the time, but we came upon a sweet little frog boy being sacrificed to the lava gods by a group of mold people. I don't remember the details, but you, as a scribe, can add them in as you see fit. But we saved him, and I think we pushed the mold people into the lava. I don't know, that would be cool. Anyways, this little frog boy was so sweet. And he just loved my brother. He just jumped on his back and ate honey from his fingers. It was very sweet, and they held hands. Anyways, we kept him with us our whole journey through this lost city of, desolation and lost history. And finally, we discovered that this was the prince of the frog people. And he was so sweet, and he had no pretension, and he had no, you know, how people, like me we get so uppity because we're so amazing. But he wasn't like that. He was very sweet and very low key. Anyways, after that, we were attacked by flying snakes, but we escaped by swimming in the water and escaping the zombie sharks. And there we go. That's the story. I hope you
It sounds
described it
very.
very
Uh,
well.
I feel inspired.
Here you go. Here it is. I wrote down what I have there. There is my story.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have actually really good handwriting.
Orvex, that's really great. Okay, I was underestimating you, but you did a great job. Yeah, you really did.
Thank you. I hope that this story survives many generations. It
I
was an
mean,
instant classic.
wait. Let's roll back a little. This is a great first draft. Yes, it's a great
Wait,
first draft.
am I taking notes here, or am I just gonna do everything?
Well, you're the writer, I'm the star. That's the way it works.
Well, okay,
Wait.
I'll work
We'll,
on it.
yeah,
Next
we.
time you're in a life and death situation, I'll just be writing over here.
That's
Don't mind me.
perfect. That's perfect. We can workshop it together later. I'll help you because I have a way with words. For example, shut up and go to bed.
Yes, yes, Marzipan. Yes, my lady.
Beautiful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that
Thank
was
you.
Orvax. I mean, guys, one thing. I think we don't. Do we want to deal with the Yuan-Ti, or do we want to find the one missing piece from the other Red Wizard people?
I think both, unfortunately.
Which one
I
do we
would go
want to
with the
deal with
Yanti
first?
first.
Yeah, they're the more current problem, right?
That's fair. Okay. And we don't have to. I was gonna ask Orvax if he had a way for us to maybe track this other one Red Wizard person, but I guess we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's a great. We have some time before we need to go to sleep. Let's have a little discussion with Orvax. Who's the guy? Who's the only person who would be left of your little traveling group of dumbass red wizards, huh? Who's left?
Hey, they are not my traveling group of dumbasses. I am no longer affiliated with the Red
Yes,
Wizards.
he's
I am
traveling with us.
affiliated with
We
the
become the
Yellow
dummies.
Band.
Wow, you actually
That mean you're
remembered our group
formally a
name.
dumbass?
That's so sweet. Wow, Orvax, I really give you a hard time.
Are
I'm
you sure
sorry.
you remember the group name? Because I just said that as like the most generic title
I
I could think
think
of.
he made it up, Marzipan. I don't think we agreed on that. You said we had the
Wait!
yellow
That's
flag,
what I
and
thought.
we
I
haven't
thought you
named it.
guys said that we were going to be the yellow banners. You know
I
Oh,
what?
like. I
I'm
mean,
banners.
going to sleep.
I
I
thought it
hate
was
you
the Yellow
guys.
Band.
I hate you guys. I'm going to sleep,
oh, the
okay? Good
yellow band.
night.
Do you like yellow? Maybe we can be the yellow fever because we bring on the heat.
Wow, Terbe, that is inappropriate.
Why?
I don't care about your sexual preferences, okay?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I think you do.
I don't think I do.
I'm just kidding,
Terme is
Terbe.
genuinely confused.
I'm just kidding. I'm very excited to hear that you like a specific type of person. That's good to know.
I
Mal-
don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
Malachi, what do you think of the Yellow Band?
Malachi,
Are
what do you
you
think
there,
of the yellow
Malachi?
band?
He's
Are you
asleep.
awake?
Let him sleep.
What do you think of the
Malachi,
name
no, no,
Yellow Band for our
he
troop, huh?
mentioned
you
the
are
Sun Warriors or
you
something
are
like that
the
last
spirit.
time.
The yellow bunny spirit has mounted you, so you should be
Wow,
speaking up.
lucky boy.
Oh,
Lucky boy.
We
Yellow.
established this last time. I don't know if you remember that.
I,
Malachi is the avatar of the bunny spirit.
Did we?
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
that's true either.
you are Malachi, and you do as I tell you.
So what do I think of the yellow spirit of the bunny that's currently mounted me?
No, what do you think
No.
of the title yellow band for our group, the yellow band. It's like yellow card or like Coldplay, how they had that song Yellow, will be the yellow band.
And
It's
Are
it
you
like
calling them
and
the
it
yellow
what
was
band?
makes us yellow?
only
Everybody?
Are they
yellow.
like are they opposed to like the Blue Man Group or something? Like what makes them the yellow band, you know?
The stars they shine for you, and it was all yellow.
Thank you for illustrating my point, Marzipan.
Yes, yes.
Now, what is your verdict,
Well,
Malachi, our leader, who we all look up to?
What? You know what, Orvex?
Orvax, I don't
You
think you
need to
like him.
get out of here. Go take a walk. Go take a walk.
Normally, I would
Yes
take
or
a
no?
walk.
Yellow band, yes or no?
Well, of course, yellow is the glorious color of the sun
Of
and
course,
light.
all of the names have yellow in them. What about mellow yellows or yellow mellows or yellow melons? Why? What about that?
Wait,
I
tell
Why
was
does
like
this
saying
have
me.
to be
something.
yellow?
I need to understand
It
why
could
do
be
you
on the
always
flag that's yellow.
tell me?
You know,
I need to
It's
understand.
because we found a yellow flag and we decided to adopt it. It's now our flag.
I need to understand. Tell me why must you always go to the most perverse ideas, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why
I
are
think
you
I'm just
so
trying to come up with words
perverse?
that go well with yellow.
Terme is a pervert. Have you guys noticed that? Or is it just
I
me?
noticed.
Yeah.
No, I noticed.
Okay. Terme? I
She's in
thought
my
you were
group.
sweet and innocent.
I am. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Hmm.
But really, I actually, yeah, no, I actually, termite does, yeah. I will be there. But yeah, I was trying to think of like things that go with yellow,
Okay.
like yellow.
Let
I
us.
think mellow yellow, which is the soda, probably is melon flavored, which makes sense to call it
Wait,
yellow
there is
melon.
a soda called Mellow Yellow because all I think when I hear Mellow Yellow is that rhyme about flushing the toilet, you know?
There's a rhyme
That
about
Oh
golden
flushing the
man, I
shower.
toilet.
never thought about that. That's kind. Okay, we've talked about. Pick a fucking band name, okay?
No, you can't force it, Orvax, whatever your name is.
It's the yellow band. I'm starting the
Malachi,
yellow
shoot this
band.
guy.
Anybody who wants to be part of my party, um, don't say anything. If you want to be part of Marzipan's stupid party called the Mellow Yellow Piss Drinkers, please
Wow,
raise your hand.
Orvax, I thought you were my friend, okay? I'm very upset and now I'm just gonna go sit. I'm going away,
Hey,
okay? I'm
Malachi is
storming
on my
off.
side, okay?
Marzipan has stormed off. That's it. You guys are gonna start a fight in the middle of the night because of this, so congratulations. I've stormed off.
Go find the snakes for
And
us.
I
Why
will,
didn't any of you
probably.
raise your hands? Now Marzipan's upset because you guys, nobody took her side. Everybody, nobody raised their hands. She
I'm
stomped out. Okay,
confused.
yellow
What's
band.
happening?
We're the yellow band now. That's what's happening.
Maybe we should
How
have
about
something instead of yellow. It would be Omu because you know we're in Omu and doing all this thing. Maybe we can have an Omu themed name.
the fighting mongoose?
That's not abstract enough.
How about gold
Yeah.
instead of yellow? I like gold.
Mm.
Oh,
I
what
like
go?
that.
I like.
Gold instead
Yeah.
of yellow. That's a cool team name.
Gold
I actually,
instead of
I'm
yellow.
also. Ooh.
Yes. Also what?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
was
stop
thinking
talking.
maybe we could have like a little acronym, but it becomes GIY. I mean, it's not bad.
Get it yourself?
Yeah, I like. I'm on. Yes, I like it. DIY. We can tell some people get it yourself and tell other people gold instead of yellow. I like it.
Oh,
If we
gold
don't want to take a
instead of
contract, we're like, get
yellow.
it yourself.
Got it. I like that. I like that. But I've stormed off, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. Do I find a lovely prince who will take me away from all of this? No? Okay.
How
I'll
far are you
No.
storming off? Are you just like, I assume you're still in the. Are you leaving?
Roll
Do you want me
deception.
to roll for a random encounter?
Yes, do it. I want these
She's trying
people
to
to
kill herself.
feel terrible about what they've done to me.
You get stung by a wasp.
You come back crying to Terme. Terme, heal
Dear
me. I
me!
was stung by a wasp. Look at how big this lump is.
Oh, what? Whoa, what?
Oh, nothing happens. You see a couple of baboons who are
Cute.
passing by, but they're
Is
disinterested in
that
you.
what it's called then?
Okay, I'll turn around and head back, but I'll silently sulk into my own little room and not look at anybody.
Marzipan, I think Malachi came up with a name. I mean, if you'd like to hear it.
Are you leaking air?
I'm not. I am taking a vow of silence for the night, thank you.
You're failing.
This has been a very
You
strange
know what? I
podcast.
said it, Shiv! I said the rest of the night, okay? Thank you.
You said that before. You're still failing.
Okay, I mean, yes, maybe.
What was this name?
Get it yourself. Oh, gold instead of yellow.
That was my
Gold
But
instead
name.
of
both,
yellow.
yeah, I think it's they're both the name. So like, if there's somebody that gives us a contract and we don't want it, we can say get it yourself. Like,
I came up with
and
both
if we
of them.
like
I
it,
just want the credit.
yes, Shiv gets all the credit.
See typing.
Whoops. Made me make an error. Because I was hurrying. Now, okay. What else is new? Sorry if I just bumped the mic. I don't know if that made a noise. Blah
No,
blah
it's
blah
okay.
blah. Next topic. We
Do you want to go to sleep
gold.
now?
The current title is currently gold instead of yellow. So now you guys may rest.
A long rest?
Yes, you guys may
Awesome.
rest and level up. And while you
Oh,
do
Wow.
that,
hallelujah.
What do we need to set
we'll
our experience to?
40. Let's just
It's
call it 52,000.
ooh.
I don't know if that's a lot or a little. I feel like we've played like 4 sessions without getting experience. So 6,000, eight,
That's about
six,
right.
8,000. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, to me it does.
2,000 experience per session.
Yeah, that's even a little on the low side, honestly.
Okay, so we'll call it level 9 for now. We already know when you're gonna hit level 10, so experience no longer matters.
So sorry. So what's the? I know experience doesn't matter, but for the thing to automatically take
Just
5200.
do
50.
Question: do I get hit dice back with a long rest?
Half
we'll
of
just
them,
let
I
It's
think.
everybody
half
set.
of your level rounded up or down. Don't know which one.
What?
So like either 4 or 5 height dice back.
Okay.
Is that correct? Somebody confirm, deny.
I think
Oh,
confirm.
I thought it's something like that. I mean, I'll look it up.
Which part of the temple are you guys sleeping in?
I don't
The
know.
area where
Can you
Shrine.
show
bunnies
us?
hump people, mount people.
We
Sorry.
passed we passed the jumping part, so in the temple itself.
You guys went all the way um to the end, like the inner chamber. Is that what you're saying?
I guess so.
Okay, cool.
And I think
So
we have the tiny hut with us because it's a
gonna
ritual
make another
task.
tiny hut. Okay, cool. Good for you.
We're
It just is
Okay.
warm and the
I'm gonna be
mosquitoes don't
back in
come in.
5. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. Everybody, if you want to take the time to level up now, we're gonna play till 9:30, so we've got 40 more minutes. Um, we'll see.
I don't want to be a
But
killjoy, but I have something to do for work by the end of the day. Is it okay if we stop here? I'm sorry. But does that work for everybody or no?
I thought that we would just talk about um, what the plan is for next session, so that
Okay.
I know how to forecast it.
That's fine.
And
Yeah.
so let's just take a 5 minute break though.
Perfect.
I want to
Okay.
like get a snack and whatnot.
Yeah, me too.
If you guys want to level up now, you can. If you want to level while we're talking, we'll be back at the top of the hour.
Okay.
I hate that it makes me like pick the number of spells I know because all of them don't show up.
Yeah, I hate it too, especially because I'm using a special school of barding, and so
Mm,
it doesn't even show up, so they don't even know. Yeah, they don't know nothing,
yeah,
man.
I don't know nothing. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this and I'll add them one myself. That's why I don't like taking like the level up with them because it like fucks up. I can commune with nature now, guys. I think that would be nice. I hope it doesn't take my other spells out. Okay.
Ooh, mislead is kind of cool. I've never had something like that.
I have planar binding, which I don't feel like I'm gonna ever be able to use.
Ooh, modify memory is cool too.
Oh my god,
But I
that's a
don't
good
feel like we would
one.
ever use it in this.
Unless you can cast it on a Sararak and like make
Yeah,
it
make him
the
a
best.
nice little boy.
I mean, it only for 10 minutes, so maybe,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm. I can get seeming and make us all look like Yuan Ti to break into the
That's a good one.
seeming. The spell allows you to change the appearance of any number of creatures you can see within range. You give each target you choose a new illusory appearance. An unwilling target can make a charisma throw. The spell disguises physical appearance as well as clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment. You can make each creature seem 1 foot shorter or taller and appear thin or fat. Dude, we could break into Yuan T's like this. I'm taking that just in case. That's awesome.
That's great.
So Rita, I was letting you finish. You can actually um, swap out any of your lower level spells. You could swap out a first level spell for a fifth level spell if you want.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
and if you also, as an added bonus, when you hit level 10, you can swap out seeming because I mean it's a little bit of a meta gaming, but
Right.
knowing that you won't need it. Well, wait, can bards do that though? I know sorcerers can. I feel like bards can also.
Let's see.
Is a reaction a limited thing? Like you only get one per day or something?
One
One per
per
turn.
round, yeah, one per turn.
Like until your
Per
turn
turn.
comes up again. It recharges when your turn
Gotcha.
comes up again.
Um, when you gain a level in this class, you can choose one of the bard spells you know and replace it with another. So only
Perfect.
one. Yeah.
So
Cool. Cool.
Keep shatter. It's the best spell.
I should, I should, people should keep change logs of their character sheet.
Yeah.
It's too late now, but next time. Let's see what other beats we got. We need some quiet music. Here we go. This is our transcendent leveling up music. Like in Vampire, when you level up with your blood points or whatever. Oh, okay, it's too much now.
Did he just say you want to?
I wish this didn't have words. I don't want to hear these fucking words. There we go. This lead is pretty cool. It's like LeBlanc's passive, but except more fun. I wonder who this guy is in our chat. F to pay R. Nobody hit F. I mean, everybody hit F. R is.
I feel like there's a
Rita.
bunch of bots
Yeah,
that get
fine.
into like the
Just
chat, you know.
F to pay R is stands for Franklin to pay Rita.
Dude, then pay me already.
Well, we gotta find Franklin. He owes you money. Who's back?
I'm back.
You're back, please.
I'm back. Everyone's
Your name?
back except for Omer. He's making
Omer.
tea.
Oh, tell him I want tea.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Thanks. Next. Okay, so, well, at any point now, we can start discussing what the future holds. What's the plan? So now you're gonna sneak into the. Is that the plan? You're gonna do seeming to get in?
Oh, I don't know.
I like the seeming. We
Whoa,
can
you
also-
guys! Oh my god, I feel this power surging through me. I think I can make us all look like snakes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can also talk to like the earth. I mean, I could talk to like Vistra a little bit. She kind of gives me a feeling of like, oh, this might happen, or like, that might happen. Some people call it communing, with the gods. So if we want, we can also use that to kind of get the hands up to your we can use your seeming, but we can ask her some questions, maybe around like which direction to go or stuff like that. So I think I get 3 or 5 questions. I think 3 questions. And we can ask, you know, about this layout of the location we're in as well.
Nice.
We need to ask a clear question with a yes or no answer.
So you're gonna
Or
use
we can use
divination?
the teleportation circle to go back and, like live our life somewhere else.
Oh. Wait, Terme, can you
Link that.
Is that a ritual? The spell? What's the
Commune
cost
or
of
ritual?
divination?
Commune is
What are
ritual.
you using?
Commune. Commune is a ritual.
Did you link it?
Did I link it? Yes, I did.
You can ask 3 yes or no questions.
I don't.
5th level. Where does it say ritual?
It's on there's an R next to it when I'm in my page. I don't know. It doesn't say it here, but it says it on there.
Can I
For
use
any of them? It says it.
Can I use spells from Unearthed Arcana or no?
Oh, okay, so that's the cost. So it's only accurate the first time, right?
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, you take it once a day.
Formulate your questions.
Well, I don't wanna do it tonight because like we are gonna do this next time. But I'm saying like this is part of the plan.
Okay.
So you're aware in case we ask questions. I mean, I don't know what questions we want to ask right now, unless you want to think about what we want to do.
Well, depending on what they are, I might think about them for longer. So that would be a good time to ask.
Or she can think about them throughout the week.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would talk to the group about them, but like one of them for me is like if we like approach the Yuan Ti through the water, would their defenses be like weaker? And then another one would be having seeming would we like go in like unnoticed. I think those are the big 2 that I have. And obviously, if you do something stupid, yeah, but. I don't have any other ones. Like those are the only 2 I can think of. Is the actually I want to ask is the cube like that cube with the Yuan Ti? Yeah. I mean I would look for a yes or no. I mean just like a very basic. And then the other one is did the can tell us the truth about the Yuan Ti taking the cube away? I would ask about that too. I mean I assume it's a yes, but.
What did you just say?
The Tan guy, I assume his name was Tan. The Yuan Ti that was in the temple told us the truth about the Yuan Ti taking the cube away. I mean, if they're too open-ended, I think everybody think about some better questions. Those are the things I can think of off the top of my head.
Will seeming help? Obviously, seeming will help. You don't need to ask that. Sorry if that came across.
No, I didn't mean if it will help.
Will someone be able to detect it?
Will we detect? Will we fool them and go in? Like, are they going to like? Clearly, we're gonna like not speak the language. We're not gonna like have a lot of other like. We are not gonna smell like them. We're just gonna look like them. Is that enough? Like, is looks enough to get us in? That's what I'm thinking.
Shiv is also a master actor. Record.
So he's who you should give seeming to.
Everybody gets seeming.
I mean, sorry, tongues.
Yeah, he should be the leader of the pack.
But I'm saying, like, do we want to be all going in as snake people, or he looks like snake people and we look like little kobolds or little things they brought in as slaves? You know?
We're assuming that they keep slaves because it they don't.
Well, they told us that they did.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
Tao.
I think they
Was that
Tao
his
kind
name?
of did. Oh,
It was Tao. Yes, I wrote the 3 questions down. You guys can talk about it during the week, I guess. I don't have to answer it. Well, I won't answer these until you say you're casting the spell. So I'm
Okay.
just writing it, and if you want to edit it, we can talk. It's just there.
yeah. And then I think other than that, yeah. What do you guys want to do? So that's good. I like seeming. We can talk to. We can use commune. What else do we want to do to prepare?
I haven't really been pulling inspiration.
Mm.
Sorry, I think my music changed or something. I couldn't hear you very well.
I just
Yeah, I don't know if I understood that either.
Yeah, I didn't
I
get it,
think
but I
you're
was like, I
breaking
feel
up a little
bad.
bit. Let's try one more time.
Or type
Oh,
it.
actually moved my mic, so maybe that
That's
was why.
better. Yeah.
I was saying that was figuring out leveling up stuff,
Oh,
and I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to
Oh,
everything you guys were saying.
so
Um,
I got a new
I'm a,
spell with this level up that I can make all of us look like you on T. And then Terme got a spell. She can ask 3 questions of her god, I think, and get like a yes or no answer. And that's basically all that we've come up with so far. Yep.
can we ask for winning lottery numbers? At least 3 of them.
I think it's a yes or no. So if we can ask if it's a 1, she might say no. And then, we have 99 left. But hey, we might get lucky. I mean, I
that
feel
would
like if we
improve
get lucky,
our
we are
odds
really
quite a bit.
lucky. I mean, but yeah, I mean,
Um, well, we should also make a note that we need to find the
sorry.
missing puzzle cube.
Yes.
Can you guys bring me up to speed on where everywhere on this map we have been or need to go is?
Yeah, all the little squares that have a tiny little check mark next to it. I don't know if you can see it very well because I'm not.
The purple ones?
Are they
Yep.
purple? Yeah, those are the ones we've been
Pink,
to.
purple color. Yeah, we've been there.
We have a lot of the cubes. I think we're missing. Is
2.
it 2? Yeah,
Yep,
2.
7.
And the people who have it are the Red Wizards. And we were synced up with them for a little bit. And they were our friend. And Marzipan thought that she finally made a girlfriend besides Terme, of course. Except she totally bitched out, so we had to kill her. And now we need to find the puzzle cubes. Yep, that's what happened.
She
So
slightly
there's 5
inconvenienced
places
us, so
left?
we had to kill her.
There's 2 left, but they're not in any of the temples. They're with the last remaining red wizard. So we need to
I'm
find
seeing
him.
here, I see this blue spot here on the right has no check. There's these 3 red things with circles that don't have checks. And then there's this way down below that, out on a ridge or
Oh,
something.
we did do that. So this one, the one that you're pinging, the one in the lava tank, we went to it, and that's the one. The final cube is with the Yuan Ts. So they took it from that temple, and now it's in this middle temple, this middle circle. So this middle circle in the middle, not the middle of the map, but this big circle. Never eat shorted wheat. On the east side of the map, in the circle, this is where the Yuan Ti has taken up. This is where they live, basically, and they have the final cube. So there's 2 cubes with the with the red wizards. There's one
May I
cube.
I like
interject
that wet
briefly?
wizards.
May I
Yeah.
interject briefly?
Yes.
Um, Bill,
Very hot.
are you there, Bill?
Yeah.
You can.
What is this?
You have one long rest to work on transcribing spells.
Oh. Okay. And I get
If
that
you would like to.
pick
So
two
you
as
just
part of leveling up too. So I don't want to pick
when
any that were in the
when
book.
when Malachi made the ink, how much ink did? What was the value of that? What was the value of dragon horn pigments, paint pigment? I feel like it's a pretty
Probably
valuable.
you, Omer. Because that's when you were the dungeon master.
Are you asking me? Because I don't fucking remember. Just think, surmise some value that you think is fair.
I'm gonna search. Okay, here we go. Suggested prices for dragon parts. This is the first Google result. Now, let's here we go. What it was an adult dragon?
No,
That's
teenager.
correct.
It was a teenage dragon. Young dragon.
Okay, so the value is 500 gold according to this random chart I found. Now, Terme's jeweled horn needed to be 100 gold,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I could have hollowed out. I put jewels in it, so I could have hollowed out 450 gold worth, I suppose,
Yeah.
right? Even though that's hard to believe, we're just treating this object as gold. So it's 450 gold. I hope this stuff is interesting to you, Bill. I think it's fun to talk about. Long story short, I think you've got plenty of resources at the moment. You've got 8 hours and at least 450 gold worth of ink.
Okay, I don't know how the cost of ink. I'm guessing that translates to how many spells you can transcribe.
Does it not say it in your spell casting section?
I can't look right now because I'm in the level up screen. But
Let me see. I'll check
Wizard.
for you. Are you a
I'm
wizard?
looking it up.
yeah,
We can both look it up. Your spell book.
I think for
Copying the
level
spell
ups, you
into your
automatically
spell
get
book.
your spells, but for the new
And
spells
yeah,
you're
yeah.
buying, you need to
We're talking about copying
pay
the spell,
for
and
it.
I'm about to read it. Copying the spell involves reproducing the basic form of the spell, then deciphering the unique system of notation the wizard used to write it. You must practice the spell until you understand the sounds or gestures required
2 hours and
above,
50 GP.
for each level of the spell. So a 5th level spell would be
10
250.
hours and yeah.
You wouldn't have finished it either. Yeah, I feel like you need at least 4 hours of sleep. So you could start on a 5th level spell.
Okay. I'm assuming
Or
that would be
whatever.
like Cone of Cold was something that she cast, right?
That is her 5th level spell, yes. I'm gonna screenshot the spell book for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can look it up at your leisure.
Hmm?
But we'll just say.
Just
what
leave.
we're saying it's gonna be.
Hey, I apologize. I gotta step out. I
Oh,
got a lot of
yeah.
work to do tonight.
No problem. We're good.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're not really
Keep
even
me posted.
playing anymore.
Yeah. Right. We'll talk.
See ya.
Good to play with you, man. I don't think it.
Rita, are you happy taking seeming?
Oh, do you want it?
No, I'm just saying, is there something like better suited for a bard?
Let's see. Um,
It's not
maybe.
like
And I guess you're also an illusionist, so
it's
that
not like
is
it's a
right up your
it's a
alley.
it's not like it's a ritual spell, but I do eventually get, I don't know what level it is. A
I
thing where my
guess.
illusions become like material. So like the caveat that the spell has, where it's just like if you create objects on people or whatever, um,
Ooh.
they
Yeah,
can
I
just like
wouldn't
pass
mind
through it.
taking mislead if you want to take seeming.
Mislead. Oh yeah, uh, it's funny you pick the illusion spells.
Oh, is it another illusion
No. I mean,
spell?
no, that's cool. I think that probably makes sense in that illusion spells are bard spells too.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm always dying, so.
Yeah, I just don't want to overlap. I don't want to pick something that you
Also,
pick.
Geos is like a super strong spell. I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
taking that, and it's a little bardy. It's a little more
Yeah.
bardy.
I have that spell as a cleric. I mean, I might not have it prepared because, like,
Mm-mm.
I also have Mass Cure Wounds and, like, Insect Plague.
I need
Or,
to.
I have this thing called. I feel like this spell never works, but Contagion,
Mm.
which seems pretty cool, but I feel like it's never gonna work because they need to fail 3. Like, you need to make an attack, and then they need
Yeah.
to fail 3 Constitution saves.
Oh.
How can I get an item that makes my spell saves harder? Like, I feel like that's what I need.
You
Like,
need
people.
you need something that adds to your, what is it, wisdom? What's your modifier?
Well, I just wanted to increase my spell save or like my spell. Like, you know how your attack rolls, like you get items that increase your attack rolls. I just want
Oh,
something
I
that does
see, I
that,
see.
so it doesn't increase my perception and stuff. But I mean, I wouldn't mind having something. I think my wisdom is at 20, so it has to be a magical thing that take it higher. But it would be cool to have. But yeah, I feel like that spell is never gonna work.
Yeah.
3 failed saves.
Yeah, that seems really a lot to ask.
But some of the things are cool. Like, one of them is like the person is gonna have, what's it called, vulnerability to all damage, and they have disadvantage on charisma saves. Like, there's a million diseases you can cause them to have.
Ooh.
So which is fun, but I feel like it's never gonna work. Yeah. Can also scry on people. But I need $1,000, 1,000 gold
Where,
focus.
where do you see your spell list?
I just googled bard 5th level spells.
I'm
For
trying to see
me, yeah.
I'm trying to see the cleric spells.
Oh well.
I just took
Oh, I
the
guess
screenshot.
I guess I should
I was
focus.
just wondering. I wanted to see what the new spells that were added, because a
I
lot
don't
of
know
these
how
just
to
I'm
find
finding on
that.
Google are old.
I don't
I
know
guess
how
you
to
have
find the
to.
new ones.
It's kind of like, in a way, because the rules in Adventurers League, which is like official D&D, you can only use the player's handbook plus one other book as like a source of making your character. So like, you know, what are the new ones? They have a bunch that are just like character creation ones.
Yeah, there's the
There's ones that have
Tasha.
added new spells. There's like
Yeah.
expanded spells. Yeah, maybe it's in the. Maybe you probably have to buy those books to find the updated spell list. Or no, you still have to cross-reference shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But I have finally a AoE damage that like is not like next to me. So I'm looking forward. It's this thing. Still a
Insect
10
Plague,
foot radius. Well, insect with flame
Legend
strike.
Lore is a cool spell.
I know. I was thinking if we get
Nice.
somewhere and we find something, we can legend lore it. But doesn't it use a lot of money? We need 250 gold worth of incense and 4 ivory, so it's
Damn, that's a
almost
lot of incense.
450. Yeah,
I could
burn the
get
jungle
incense for
down.
like $1.
Yeah, and then 4 ivory. These are like high value incense. You know, they're real fancy. It's just saffron. Uh,
That's
it's like
funny.
100%
Well,
saffron.
wait. So, what happened with the spell selection? Who picked seeming?
Oh yeah, do you want seeming, Fritz?
I don't know. I'm
Because
waffling because like it might make sense that I pick just wizard only spells.
Right.
really, but clerics actually have gaze.
I do have
So
Yeah,
gaze, so
she
that's why
said
I
she
was like,
has
don't
gaze. Yeah,
take something
if
more like
Fritz isn't gonna take seeming, I'll take it. If he is, I'll take what's the one I was just saying is cool?
mislead,
Yes, that
something like
one.
that.
That one. Yeah.
That one, do I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Isn't like what is it called? Isn't like fireball 8d6 of damage or 68? Like I feel like this is a level 5 spell and it's also 8d6 of damage. I mean 4 of them is fire and 4 of them is radiant, but still
I mean, in a
like
campaign like this, Radiant is good.
that is true.
Is Wall of Force good?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean I think we are very bad at using utility spells
Yeah.
as a group. I mean there's some instances I cannot think of it. You know, yeah. Yeah.
this was a fun session. You guys tried really hard to escape, and you made it. You could have saved. I mean, it was worth a shot, because you ended up making it out anyway. But going through the exercise